Alright guys, how you doing? Probably not too well. I'm kind of down in the dumps after that result. 1-0 Aston Villa ban Lahore after 8 minutes, I believe. 8 minutes. Kind of sloppy inside the 6-yard box, really let that one go. But this is my reaction video to the Aston Villa game. I got to sit here and watch it the whole way through, which is fantastic. A few points I want to pick up. Formation looked as if I missed the very start when the telestrators go over the formation, but sometimes they don't know what kind of formation the Brendan's really going to play. But it looked to me as if it was a 4-2-3-1, classic sort of Brendan Rodgers style. I thought it was a little bit too much to ask Balotelli by himself to be up there. If I remember right, when he was at Man City, when he played that lone striker by himself, it didn't create a lot of goals. It's a lot of hard work tracking back that lone striker. You have to really create your own chances, your own time in the ball. Essentially, being that lone striker is a lot to do, and I just don't feel Mario's that type of player at the moment. Or he definitely, I don't know if that's not very fair to say if he's that type of player. But what I feel with Mario is that he needs a partner. He needs someone to be a distraction for the back four, for someone else to have the focus. Sometimes Mario just kind of sneak in there when they're kind of lulled to sleep and tap one in, or create for himself coming up as another one of the other players goes. He'll come forward, collect the ball, one goes deep, or he'll go deep, someone else comes forward, collects. He works a lot better with that. In saying that, it looks at times as if Lallana was kind of pushed up there to be that partner. At times he looked as if he was getting into that position a little bit more frequently and kind of dropping back, going out left. It looked at points, but again, Mario really needs someone. I thought that at half time there was 2 changes that needed to be done. I think Markovic should have went off and Lallana should have went off. It looked a little bit much for Lallana first game back. He looked a bit slow, a little bit tired by about the 45 minutes. And I think with those 2 going off, I would have brought on, who was it? I would have brought on Lambert for one, and it's going from Sterling. Sorry, Sterling. Sterling was the other one I would have thrown on. I think for me, those changes could have changed the game a little bit quicker than it did. Both of them did come on eventually. By that time, they had already parallel parked that bus behind Liverpool and just let Liverpool have all the ball and essentially tried to break them down. In many ways, it was pretty embarrassing from Aston Villa, the way that they got the win, even though I'm not too sure whose commentators you had, if you're watching in the UK or if you're watching here in the US. We had Graham Lassalle and his infinite wisdom. Also, it amazes me sometimes that these players can play so well and be so good for the teams and stuff like that, but when you put a microphone in front of them, they don't have a clue at times. Now, I'm not saying that it's Graham Lassalle all the time. Sometimes he comes in with good points, sometimes he's reckless in what he says. He says that Aston Villa deserved that win. For me, did Aston Villa deserve that win? Not really. Anybody can go to Anfield and park the bus. Do you deserve to win because you've parked the bus? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Guzan, he was the biggest embarrassment. I know he's a US goalkeeper, but he was embarrassing in that Aston Villa shirt. Complaining because he got hit by Lovren. Come on, you didn't catch the ball yet. He went up for the ball. Who's to say you're not going to drop that? Are you just not allowed to touch a goalkeeper nowadays? And also, it was time wasting the 50 minutes. 50 minutes had gone by. He was time wasting. Unbelievable. What else have I got? I wrote down a whole bunch of notes right after the game that I was really wanting to bring up. They were trying hard, very hard, to piss off Mario, and I'm glad for the boy that he rose above it for the most part. He didn't get sucked into that. Let's give him a little kick. Let's give him a little push. He'll do something stupid. He'll swing a punch or something, try and stamp on us or something that the referee will be watching. I'm glad for Mario. He rose above that silly tactics that they're trying to piss him off, but I think it did throw him off his game a little bit. He did look a little out of sorts at times. Like I said before, he needed the second person to play off of. What else have I got here? I wasn't too. I don't want to be. I don't, or at least I don't try to badmouth individual players, because I'll make it clear, I don't think anybody played bad today in the Liverpool shirt. I don't think there was one player that on a 1 to 10 rating, 10 being the best, that you rate below a 5. There was nobody that was below average. But I wasn't impressed too much with Markovic. At times I thought he was wasn't very creative. I thought he was going to be a little bit more creative. He looked, I don't know. He just didn't look as if he was there today. Just didn't look as if he was there. I don't know if you watched my video before, the pre-match one, but I don't want to blow my own horn here, but I was kind of right with Sterling being out. I kind of guessed the team, everybody apart from the line. I thought Markovic was going to play. I thought he was going to get a game. I thought they were going to play a diamond instead of the 4-2-3-1, which they eventually did go into that sort of formation with the diamond when they brought on Barini and they brought on Lambert. So I was pleased I kind of got that right. It didn't really work for us, so it didn't really help. I thought they were trying to go through the middle too much. It's where I really thought, where I was really getting annoyed watching them. They were trying to go through the middle too much instead of being out wide, coming in and out wide again. 1-2s with like Manquillo and Marino going past them on the sides, trying to whip balls into Mario. Because you're not, with Mario being the lone striker up there, you need to throw in crosses towards Mario for someone to head it down to him, for him to head it down to someone else, for him to score, for him to get the ball into his feet, for him to create inside when they are not directly behind Mario, if you know what I mean. I don't think the camera's over there. If they're not directly behind Mario, if the player is directly behind Mario and you're the lone striker up front, it makes it very, very hard to do anything. So coming into the middle, everybody coming in the way, a lot of play was straight towards the 11 of them that were there with our players in between. So there was no space to create anything, there was no space to put balls in. There was just none of that. And that's what resulted in the worst stat of the day. One solitary shot on target. One. That was it. That was the only one. One shot on target. I think that stat goes to prove what I was saying there about Mario. I don't think he had a bad game. I don't think any of the players had a bad game. I don't think any of them were below 5. But it just, there was no creativity there for me. There was nothing. It was just middle. Coutinho, I thought, was good. He had a couple good shots in there. Yeah, but apart from that, it was hard going. It was hard watching that game. I hope other teams don't do that to us. If we go a goal behind early doors, part the bus. The West Hams, the Burnleys, the Crystal Palaces, Stoke. Stoke is usually a bogey team. They're bad for that. Hope they don't do that the rest of the season after seeing Aston Villa getting a little bit of success out of this from the start. It'll be bad. But anyway, just to wrap this up, I don't know if anybody else saw it, but I was shocked at the state of Abonlahor. Did anybody else think he looked fat? I think he just looked porky the whole time he was there. Didn't have a lot of running to do because you parked the bus. He was pretty much in the midfield most of the game, but whenever he did run, I mean, I'm a chubby guy. You can see by my face. You don't see the rest of my body, but I'm a chubby guy. My God, he is fat nowadays. He used to be so much skinnier, but he's a chubber. Oofed. Anyway, guys, 1-0 defeat. It's a defeat. You know, we'll bounce back from it. I'll be putting up a couple more videos, going more in depth. A couple of different players, like I was talking about Mario. I'll probably do a video about him. Coutinho, Lallana, Markovic. I'll probably watch the game back again. Watch Markovic a little bit more closely because I was saying I was just kind of lost with him. I'll do a couple more videos throughout the week, probably one a day. We'll keep going with this. I want to thank for you sitting through this 10-minute video. That's fantastic. I'm sorry I rambled on a bit. Really want to thank the 5 people that have subscribed for my channel. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me. I want to keep on getting more subscribers, so if possible, I don't know where it is, if it's up here, if it's up here, please hit subscribe. Please hit, thumbs up the video, thumbs down the video if you don't like it, please. A couple comments would be great as well. I would love to know if you think this video was any good. Am I talking sensible? Did I watch a different game from me? I don't know. But the comments would be fantastic. I want to thank also LFC DC as well for letting me use their Facebook page to put a couple of these videos on. But thank you very much, and have a good rest of your night.